guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm with Joe, but you can call me just Faces. So I'm sure you can already tell. I'm going to talk about my postpartum journey. Thank you. We'll talk about my postpartum journey. After I had my baby, I lost so much weight. I was discharged that very same day. When we came home, my mom came, my husband's mother also came. So I had support in the house. My husband was also around, and everyone was just taking care of me and my baby. And thankfully, within a few months, within a few weeks, actually, or a few days, I was up on my feet. I was moving around and they were cooking for me, pampering me, and all of that. It was nice. And yeah, I think you have to keep taking your medications, your zinc, and all of that, so that, so that you can get back on your feet in time and be strong for your baby because your baby does need you. So yeah, I was trying to eat well, and for the beginning, because I was struggling to eat during my pregnancy. I was struggling to stomach anything. It was quite hard for me to keep eating or to go back to how I was eating before. But I didn't find things smelly anymore. But I couldn't really eat as much. So it took about 2 months for me to start eating again, like how I was eating before. It took about 2 3 months. I think yeah, about 3 months before I started eating like how I was eating before. And yeah, basically I had support from everybody. My mom was bathing the baby, taking care of her, making water ready for me to bath. I was practically doing nothing. So now I take care of my baby myself, but I'm strong. And when I have the time, I take the baby to. When I want some time, I take the baby to my mom, and then so that I can do other things. Yeah. So basically, our postpartum has been good. I think I recovered pretty quickly than many other people. It's a prayer
Yeah,
that I used to pray when I was pregnant that I didn't want my labor to be long and all of that. And thankfully, it wasn't. It was exactly as I prayed for. And let me just talk about that. It was exactly what I prayed for. Um, so my prayer was that I don't like doing one thing for a long time, and especially something that's this painful, as they say. So my prayer to God was that I want a very, very short labor, considering all the things that I've been through during the pregnancy. I want my labor to be like very short, quick, and then I should come back home. And I mean, let me tell you about my inspiring pregnancy and birth story, my inspiring birth story. So one morning, I mean, a few days before, I was having, like cramp-like feelings, but I did read about it. And they call it prodromal labor, which is forced labor. And I had already had it like a week before. I was like, oh, 33 weeks or 34 weeks. I was like, no, I think I was 37 weeks, yes, or 36 weeks. And I was like, nah, it can't be because, of course, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and it's definitely, or it can't be it. So for 2 days, it was right. And then there's one dawn, it was a bit intense, but I tried tracking it because you have to track the time, you have to time it. It wasn't at equal intervals, and that's what they say will make you know if it's fake or if it's real labor. But then I was like, well, let's just go to the hospital and check the following morning. So the following morning, we sat down in the car, we drove to the hospital without thinking we were going to give birth. We got there, the nurse checked and said, since you're open, you are dilated. I'm like, really? So she was kind of trying to make us stay, but she was also giving us the option of whether we want to go home and come later if it gets intense. And I was like, well, so my mom was like, okay, let's stay and then just monitor for a while. At first, we wanted to go, but she kind of wanted us to stay. So we were like, okay, let's just see and see if it's not actually labor or something. So I stayed there. Then one other nurse who is like a sister to me, she came and she saw my husband, and then my husband told her, oh, the nurse says I'm quite early. She was like, really? That soon? So my husband was asked to go and get me something to eat because if labor starts, I'll need energy. Then he stepped out. Then when he stepped out, the other nurse, a friend to me, came. She checked me and said, oh, you are dilated. You are dilating fast. And she said, okay, for those that dilate fast, she's going to do a memory sweep. And if real labor kicks in, I'll give birth in the shortest time because I threw up. She said, once I've thrown up, it means that I'm going to give birth very fast. I'm like, hey, which theory is that? So she did a membrane sweep, and that was when the labor pain started. I felt like breaking the walls and coming out of it. But I mean, I labored for like 5 minutes. Then she was like, The moment I requested for a pot to throw up. The moment I threw up, she said, let's go. She's going to give birth right away. We moved like what 10 steps to the door of the labor ward, and I could. She said, just make sure you don't give birth by the door. come and lie on the bed. And I managed to lie on the bed within 10 minutes. I think I did only 2 pushes and the baby was out. And yeah, I had an episiotomy, which later on gaped. But thankfully, I had a researcher. It was the most painful thing. And later on, I think I felt a lot better. So yeah, my best story is an inspiring one, and it's exactly what I asked God for. I spent like 10 minutes delivering. Can you believe that my husband stepped out to go and buy food for me to eat? The moment he came back, the baby was there, and I was being seated, and he was like, "Ah, when did you give birth? How? Is that how to give birth?" I'm like, God listens to prayers, and God did listen to me. I'm so glad that God did it exactly how I wanted because I think the way I labored through my pregnancy, I went through pains through my pregnancy. I think that helped to ease the labor period or the labor time for me. Because I know people go into labor for days, for weeks, and I'm not willing to go through that. Because when I went through that short period, I felt like I was dying. Imagine having to go through that for weeks or days. Nah. So I'm just really, really grateful to God that me and my baby are fine. And I had one of the shortest and no time wasting beds. They were all happy. All the nurses were happy. Like, I didn't stress them and all of that. I'm like, I didn't stress myself. I'm not ready to stress myself. So, and I'm just thankful to God. I'm so thankful to God. So, yeah, back to my postpartum. I had so much help from everybody. My sister came, my friends came. People came to, my baby has clothes on, so she's like 10 years old. And she has diapers, she has lots of wipes. Like, people just kept sending her money, who sent her gifts. So many loved ones. She has a lot of uncles and aunties. So, yeah, she got a lot of gifts, and I'm just so grateful to everybody. And I pray that every woman out there looking for the fruit of the womb will get it, and anyone pregnant will have so much support because it is not a nice thing to be in it alone, especially single moms. May God give you strength. You need people around you when you're pregnant. Like it's not even a joke. Please respect women and respect your sisters, respect your mothers. Okay, yeah, basically, yeah, postpartum has been great. My baby's growing, she's beautiful. I'm so happy. And like I said, I'll show her in one of my videos when I'm ready to. So next time, I think there's something else to say. Or the next time I'll see you. Just faces. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hi guys.